Good morning, wrestling fans. Today is Friday, October 27th, 2023. And I know for sure that we are recording right now. It is a recording. I made sure to check, unlike yesterday where I had some problems with Good Morning Wrestling fans recording the podcast yesterday. And first off, I do apologize for those problems. And also, I apologize for last night not recording a new episode of 360 Wrestling Fanatic. The reason was because last night there was no new episode of Impact Wrestling on Access TV, just mostly highlights and recaps of this past Saturday night's Bound for Glory pay-per-view. I could have just done an episode of talking about Ring of Honor on Honor Club, which I probably should have done, but maybe I'll go over that a little bit on tonight's hopefully new episode of 360 Wrestling Fanatic, talking about WWE Friday Night SmackDown and AEW Rampage. And speaking of our Friday Night Pro Wrestling lineup, let's get into that again. WWE Friday Night SmackDown will be live on Fox at 8 p.m. Eastern tonight. I don't know why the recording keeps stopping. For some reason, it's recording 1 second and then the next it's not, then it is again, and that's technology for you in 2023 or whatever year this is. So let me keep trying. Right now it says I am recording, and hopefully we'll continue to keep recording, and let's just hope for the best. Fingers crossed. SmackDown is WWE Friday Night SmackDown will be live from the Fiserv Center in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. And sorry, still recording right now, I think. I don't know what's going on with the Spreaker app the last few days, but yesterday it was even worse than so far today. But today having a little bit of trouble, but at least I'm recording a little bit of it right now. Sorry, just getting a little frustrated with these issues going on right now with the recording of the podcast, or at least trying to record the podcast anyway. And where it's a double taping of Friday Night SmackDown for the people in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, since 1 week from tomorrow is Crown Jewel. They are doing 2 episodes tonight of SmackDown. So Milwaukee, Wisconsin gets a double dose of WWE Friday Night SmackDown action tonight. Lucky people there in Milwaukee. And tonight's SmackDown we'll have the LWO, Rey Mysterio and Santos Escobar take on the Street Profits. John Cena will prove that he can still go in the ring. And that is tonight's Friday Night SmackDown on Fox. Not really too much being advertised for tonight, but we do have a little bit announced. Like I said, 2 episodes being taped tonight, since 1 week from tomorrow is the Crown Jewel Premium Live event, which will stream live on Peacock and WWE Network. And that is SmackDown. So now over onto TNT for AEW Rampage. And tonight, 2 former tag team partners, longtime tag team partners, will collide in the middle of the ring, as we have the team formerly known as LAX and Proud and Powerful, former members of the Inner Circle, Santana versus Ortiz, will go one-on-one in singles action in this grudge match. To be honest, I'm kind of surprised that they are putting it on Rampage. I kind of think that this could even be put on a pay-per-view card, to be honest, because, like I said, they've been a team for a long time in Impact and AEW. Maybe at least an episode of Dynamite you would think this could get on, but I'm sure it'll still be a good match on Rampage. And besides, maybe this will be only the first match in the feud. We could possibly see them go at it again. We do have the Full Gear pay-per-view coming up, so you never know. And also on Rampage tonight, we have a 4-way women's match to become the number 1 contender for the AEW Women's Championship. Anna Jay, Willow Nightingale, the talented Sky Blue, and the return of someone we have not seen on AEW television in quite a while, Abaddon, which, of course, she has appeared on Dynamite before, and a lot of times on Dark and Dark Elevation. I'm glad to see Abaddon back. Big fan of Abaddon. Like the gimmick character. I know maybe it's because it's Halloween weekend, but I'm glad to see her back on. Hopefully she stays on, and you never know, maybe she'll get the title shot at the Women's Championship to take on Shida. Also, we will have Kyle Fletcher taking on, representing the Don Callis family, Konosuke Takeshita. I'm sure Don Callis will be either ringside or on commentary. Also on Rampage tonight, we will hear from both the AEW World Champion and one half of the Ring of Honor World Tag Team Champions, MJF, Maxwell Jacob Freeman, and the challenger, Kenny Omega, one day before their match for the AEW World Heavyweight Championship tomorrow night on Saturday Collision. And that is tonight's AEW Rampage. Sounds like Friday Night SmackDown tonight and Rampage should be pretty good shows tonight, or at least let's hope so anyway. Once again, I hope to have a new episode of 360 Wrestling Fanatic tonight, talking about both shows. And that is all for this Friday morning episode of Good Morning Wrestling Fans. Thank you everyone for tuning in this morning. Remember, if you have any questions or comments, you can leave them in the comment section, either here on Spreaker or YouTube or whichever podcast app or website you listen to on. Like I said, hope to be back later tonight, and we'll be back tomorrow morning for the Saturday episode of Good Morning Wrestling Fans to preview tomorrow night's AEW Saturday Collision. Once again, thank you everyone for tuning in. We'll talk to everyone tomorrow morning. And until then, have a great pro wrestling day.